Municipal solid waste management is a huge problem in Bangladesh, and every day we generate around 15,000 tons of waste per day in the country, and the city authorities can collect only 50% of it. So rest of the waste remains on roadsides, creating huge environmental problem. Now there is another major issue regarding the waste characteristics is that 70 to 80% of this waste is organic in nature. That means it's biodegradable. And when it's dumped on landfill sites, it generates methane, which is a greenhouse gas, and it is one of the major gas responsible for global warming. Now, there are more than 100,000 people in Bangladesh who are surviving on picking the inorganic waste from the dump sites. So this is a social problem. And since Bangladesh is a land-hungry country with a high population density, there is a problem of locating landfill sites in the country. And you can see that sometimes waste are dumped on rivers. Now, if I summarize all the three problems which we have identified regarding waste in Bangladesh is that the way it is managed, it's generating methane gas. When it's dumped on open areas, low-lying areas, it generates leachate, which is polluting ground and surface water. And it is also responsible for spreading of more than 40 diseases. Now, in the rural areas of Bangladesh, there is another major problem, which is depletion of organic matter from the soil. And it is causing serious problem with the food security in the country. So we have got two problems. One is the urban waste problem, and on the other side, there is a problem with the food security because your soil is getting polluted. Now, at Waste Concern, we have developed a technology which can convert the huge organic part of the waste into organic fertilizer without creating methane emission. Now, this technology can be used in any of the urban setting. It can be used in rural areas, urban areas, and it can be of different scale. Now, we have used this technology to manage waste in around 23 cities in Bangladesh, and we have also worked this thing with in Sri Lanka and Vietnam. Now, these are the photographs of some of the projects which we are implementing in Bangladesh, and we are reducing the greenhouse gas. And the most important thing is that since the technology is reducing greenhouse gas, we are getting carbon credits for it. Now, what we are trying to do in Bangladesh is that we have created a model in which we offer cities free collection of waste, and we take it to the our plant where we recycle it. Usually what happens in developed countries, when a company is treating waste, it is paid by the city. Now in Bangladesh, what we are doing, we are collecting waste free of cost for the city, taking it to the plant which belongs to us, and then we generate two outputs. One is compost, organic fertilizer, which is sold to the rural market, farmers, and the carbon credits, which is sold to the international buyers. Now, this project which we have done, the entire cost of the project, the fixed cost, is recovered from the carbon credits. And one of the most important things which we have to do during the process is we have to monitor that the process is emitting zero methane. If there's any methane emission from the system, we can't get the carbon credits. Now, the question is that how this carbon credit is benefiting the poor in the city. Now you look, these are the poor waste picker who pick the waste from the landfill sites. We have bought them in our plants, given them a better working condition, and giving them a better salary. And what we do is that we provide them with daycares. There is a daycare facility within the recycling plant. We have got free meal, healthcare system, everything embedded in the project, and everything is coming from the carbon credits. Now, the other important benefit of the project is that when you use this kind of organic fertilizer, it reduces the need for chemical fertilizer by at least 30%. And it gives you higher yields in terms of agricultural products. So what we are now trying to do is that by collecting waste, we are creating new jobs in the city. It's mainly for the waste pickers. By recycling the waste, we are also creating new jobs in the plant, which is mainly focused for the women. We give them health insurance, we give them free meal and better salary. Now, the whole concept of the project is based on greenhouse gas mitigation adaptation loop. When you are reducing the waste in the city by recycling or composting, we are reducing methane gas, it is mitigation, and we get carbon credits for that. And when we are applying the fertilizer on the soil, it is adaptation because it gives higher yield to the agricultural land and farmers get high income. Now, this is a project which we call a mitigation adaptation loop. Now, this project, we are doing it for the last 15 years in Bangladesh, and we have replicated it in 2 countries outside Bangladesh, in Sri Lanka and Vietnam, and with support from World Economic Forum, we have already tried it in Pakistan. Now, we have got huge demand from the neighboring countries to replicate this model. And my question to you is that we have got 2 options. First is that Waste Concern can provide advisory services to replicate this kind of project outside our geographic boundary. And the other option is that we can create joint venture companies in each of the countries to replicate the idea. But one point I'm trying to make here is that this project is based on bank finance. It's not a grant project. We take loan from the bank, do it free of cost, and by doing this kind of project, we create employment, reduce greenhouse gas, and also make marginal profit. Thank you.